today, and apparently I tell other people to do with their companies, I want to talk about why Coop Records should sign Jade and Violet for their next artist seed round. For people who don't know, Coop Records is a $10 million investment fund by Cooper. It's in the name. But $1 million of that goes into this interesting concept called artist seed rounds, where it's essentially an investment into an artist at an estimated valuation to help them get where they're going. The first artist was Daniel Allen. Fucking obvious. He should have just announced it with Daniel so we could have got to the interesting part. And for me, the interesting part is, who is it that's not Daniel? To me, Jaden Violet is a perfect person to pick up. He's really early in his career. He's really early in Web3, but has a lot of skills that a lot of people don't. I think even if we're just looking at the music, the records are great, the songwriting's great. He's done such a great job building community with UVR. He's put on events with UVR. He understands how to get sponsors, how to get money, how to deal with them. If you look at the way that all of that works, the general idea is that Coop Records sort of helps you set up your business structure and then also tries to point you in the direction of opportunities. Jaden's at a great point because he's so early in his career. He doesn't have, sync placements or a lot of shows. He doesn't have any formal representation or anything like that. And I think entering into something like that with an artist at a lower market cap, thinking something like, if Daniel was a $10 million valuation, put Jaden at 5 because he's so early, even though I think Jaden's better, and do the same thing, right? $500,000 at a $5 million valuation, and use that to help Jaden get going. I think something that a lot of talented artists don't have in their corner is resources, which is why Black Dave Token exists, and then is people in their corner. And I think both of those things are possible here. I think do we really need to see Daniel Allen win again in music NFTs? I think that entering just a little bit earlier, finding an artist more on the ground in Web3 can prove really interesting. I think it, gives Jaden the boost he needs. I think that us on the ground in Web3 and music really want to see somebody who's also on the ground win. I don't know if us regular folk ever considered Daniel on the ground with us. No offense to Daniel, of course, but I think that's something worth considering. I also think that it helps Cooper a lot, giving himself credit for whatever it might be, breaking an artist in Web3. I think he's got that with Daniel. But if he can find a second with someone who's willing to do the work and someone who's already got the talent, it could be a huge W. Obviously, there are a lot of, I think, problems with the Coop Records setup. I think there are a lot of perceived problems with Cooper being the one pushing something rap adjacent, but I still think that the resources and the opportunities are useful and worth it. I don't want to go into a big political discussion about all the other Cooper related things, but I think the idea is interesting. I really want to try to figure out a way to do a Coop Records that makes sense for someone like me and for someone who makes rap music in general. So in today's episode of me telling people what to do with their businesses, have a good one.